Yeah. What's that?
I
Oh,
got
someone's
it.
recording it.
Me to the cloud.
Well, then let's just get started, guys.
Yeah.
Anyone else can just catch up. All right. Well, welcome, welcome. I'm in the basement of my in-laws' house in the mountains. Like literally this one spot I can get Wi-Fi. So if something happens, I'm going to call in. That was my backup plan, but it seems to be good right now. So I honestly don't know like what happened with me today, but like I just had this like thought in my head, like, and again, this is not to be like bragging on my business, but this is just to show you like if you're consistent, what can happen. Our area is doing region numbers. Our district is doing well over area numbers, and my personal numbers are almost doing area numbers. And again, that is not saying like, oh, I'm so awesome, look at me. Like it is literally just saying that like consistency is the key. But like what I wanted to share with everyone is like clearly like we can't grow if we're not duplicating, you know, like what fun is it if I'm just growing like I don't have like everyone else promoting and doing this too, you know. And it's like Atticus was saying today, is like it's not like it's hard, it's just disciplined. And I was like, yeah, I said, but I know that it gets confusing for people because like I feel like, you know, like we'll do something like we'll say, okay, we're doing Facebook parties, now we're doing messenger events, now we're doing 5 and 5s now, like and again, if you've been in this business for a while, you know that all these things lead to the same thing. But I was just thinking, I was like, okay, like thinking about Tampa last weekend, you know, like Whitney's talk. And then I listened to her, that recording that we had 3 times this week. And then just for some reason today, like I honestly was thinking about like just going over clothes stuff today. Like I'd even texted Polly this morning. So I'm sure she's like, what happened? And I really don't know what happened with me, but like this, like just this like switch that I was like, okay, we all need to be doing the same thing. And so the simplest thing is like we all need to be following the same system and doing the same thing, which I know we're all kind of doing the same thing. You know, we all know that our system is getting in front of 40 people each month, but like I think we need to even be like more specific than that, so you don't have to overthink this. You don't have to be like, well, wait, do I do a Facebook party with this person? Do I do a messenger party with this one? Do I do an in-person event with this one? Do I do facials and fizz with this one? And so I'm going to share on this recording afterwards, like not on the recording, but like where I posted about this call. We have the s'more from Whitney. I've already updated the website today. So I spent like all day today, like just making sure that the website was like all doing the same message. Because again, I've been in this business 17 years. So it's like some things I take for granted that it's like, oh, well, that makes sense. Well, that makes sense to me because like I've been doing it for so long, but that might not make sense for someone who's just joining our team. Like almost so much in fact that like I had one of my kids' friends read what I was like doing. I'm like, does this make sense? Like, what do you think I'm trying to say here? Like, what do you think like I do for my job? Like, what do you think? Like, just to make it like so simple, because the thing is, let's face it, we're all busy. We've all got stuff going on in our life. We've got kids, we've got family, we might have a husband that deploys. Like we all have stuff, like real stuff going on. And we can't be like second guessing our stuff, you know, and overthinking what we're doing. So if you're just tuning in, like you can just catch up on the recorded part, because I really want to like be mindful of from this point forward, we start at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, which by the way, for you Eastern folks, I'm on Eastern time. I was like, it's so late. I don't know if I can stay up that late. So, but anyway, so what I wanted to share with y'all is that, like just kind of like simplifying everything. So we're going to be posting Whitney's s'more, which basically talks about like it's nothing new. Like we find 8 people to do the 30-day. Now I want to tell you this. I before last month was the person who would like be going through people. Oh, you want to do a 30-day? Awesome. Plug them into the group. And that was it. Worst customer service right here. I mean, first one to admit it. This last month, I made a goal of mine was to make sure that I properly coached people through and was like sending the texts and doing all the things. Oh my gosh, it was amazing what happens. Like these people are like brand ambassadors for Arbonne. Like they're so in love with like the 30-day and like what they're doing. And it's like they're referring me people. I'm gonna mute whoever is. See, I don't know whose that is, but if y'all can mute for a second, just because my Wi-Fi, and I don't know if I'm lagging. But wait, whoever has the music in the background, there you go. All right, whoever has the dance party going on. But anyway, all that to say that, like, again, we have over 450 products with Arbonne, right? So I was like doing some math today. Like we could, hang on, let me see if my phone will work. So the way, and I wrote this in our website, so y'all check out later the website. Is that me echoing back? Or is that someone else? Can y'all mute yourselves?
Andrea, you should be
Y'all
able
can
to
go-
press like mute all too if you
I'm
need
gonna-
to.
What's that?
You
Press
should be
mute
able to
all.
click mute all if you need to, but I think it's better
No,
now.
where
Blanca's
Okay,
not
good.
muted, and Jean, you're not muted, and
Yeah, but I
Blanca
don't
and
have
Jean,
any
you're not
music.
muted.
I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not rocking out.
I'm
Okay, well, maybe
not,
it's
I
good right now.
promise
I just
you.
want to make sure. I'm so nervous, y'all, about my Wi-Fi crashing that I'm like trying to get everything in as fast as I can. So like we have over 450 products. The way that this, getting 8 people to do the 30-day and then networking through them, like you could do 78 lip oils. You could do 38 boxes of fizz and that will like maximize the compensation plan because it's all in that $2,500 brick. So it's all that you have someone qualified, then you have someone promote, and then, you're adding people like that every month. So like, there's a reason why, there's those numbers there, but like the 30-day is something that anyone can do. And that's something that people see massive results. And in fact, not when I first started the business, but probably like a few years into it, we had the dropping off of the RE9 sets, and it's like, well, why? Not everyone loves the RE9, but it was just one simple way we could duplicate and all have the same results. It's just our gateway product. So if we follow this, and this is what I want to challenge everyone to do. I know a couple people I thrown this out there to them. We're going to post this like this more, and it's on our boards and everything else. But I challenge it, like, if you really want to level up, I mean, you can stay where you are in this business and you can have the same results. And if you're just here for community, that's awesome. And if you're just here to make it, some biz money, that's great too. But if you truly want to level up and you're tired of going to these conferences and being like, well, that's awesome for them, why is it not me up there? Or wow, that's amazing that this changed their life, but why am I not changing other people's lives? Then I ask you to look at this challenge. Every single person starting tomorrow, even though tomorrow is close day, it doesn't matter because you're not all about how did my February do? You're all about how is my business doing? You pull out your cell phone, you go through your list alphabetically. I was looking at my list. I have Abvago Blinds. The blinds company who put wooden blinds in our old house. Am I going to skip them? Nope. I'm going to call them and tell them, oh, y'all put blinds in my old house. I'd love to see if I can come and do a lunch and learn. Are they going to say yes? Probably not, but I'm not going to skip. It's just like when I did my Facebook list. And I can guarantee you that is why my numbers are my personal numbers, my district numbers, my area numbers are through the roof, is because literally I went through every single person, because the people I would never expect were the people that were like, sure. And what we're asking them to do, we have an ask on there. It's just asking them, hey, are you looking to get healthy? It's not an embarrassing thing. There should be no one, if there's someone in your phone that you can't ask that to, then get them out of your phone. They shouldn't be there, So so I really want you to think about it and think, am I really wanting to level up with my business? Am I really wanting to take it to the next level? Do I really want to be serious with this? And go through your list. Now, here's the thing. 5 and 5, that's great for me right now. Why? Because I'm at a great place with my business, and that's a consistent pace. I'm not telling you to do 5 and 5. I'm telling you, if there's 1,000 people in your phone, knock it out this week. And again, I'm not asking you to do anything that I'm not willing to do. I am going to be committed to doing the same thing, that by Sunday, this time next week, I would have reached out to every single person on my phone. And so that's not going to be that hard. It's just going to take some discipline, that it's going to take okay, maybe I need to reach out to 50 every day, or maybe I need to, and again, maybe you might not finish it all, but you're going to be doing a massive amount of reach outs, because for each and every one of y'all, if you want to level up, if all of us want to go to the next level and level up, we need to create momentum. You know, like we can't just do the status quo and do 5 and 5. And again, 5 and 5. Okay, so Lauren Rose, yeah, 1900. Do it. I mean, like it's just like tech, like, you know, Kanbei, like, I mean, it's just sending them out. And I mean, you'll have a personalized message to the beginning. And again, you might not finish it like by next week. I mean, again, we all have different amount of contacts in our phones, but like, I mean, what I'm saying is this, is if you have to do 50 a day, do 50 a day. You know, if you have to do 25 a day, do 25 a day. If you have to do 100, I mean, like whatever it is that you're able to do, that you're actually stretching yourself, you know, because you want to create momentum, because once you have these people doing the 30-day, you're only looking for 8 people to bring on board to coach. But we're going to coach them. We're going to offer them so much customer service and so much community that from those 8 people, you're going to be able to build another network. Does that make sense? And so we're going to do things. And again, I don't know how we're going to do this. Like, Polly's going to be like, I know we talked about this, but what? Like on Thursday, we're going to do a more than protein and fizz call to convert those 30-day people. And we're going to announce it in our 30-day groups. And again, no one might not be on it the first Thursday, but it doesn't matter. Like we have to start somewhere, you know, and it's like, we already have, like, it's like the whole thing, like, I was talking to Polly about this. You have to slow down, like what she's saying, slow down to like go fast. And like, I made that decision probably about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, like when I was just like, I'm just going through my list. I'm just not going to work. When I started going through my Facebook list, and y'all, it's amazing like what can happen with your numbers if you do something like that. And just the people that you reach out to and you make relationships with that you just never thought would even be on your radar before. So anyway, we'll post all the information to it. But right now, everyone knows enough to be able to pull out your phone, go to your contacts, start with A, and start sending out the text. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to leave it as simple as that. We have the text that you need, like it's in the s'more. And I mean, make it your own, make it personal, you know, like you don't have to like cut and paste. Like, I mean, like make it your own. And then, but make it that it's good that you can send to anyone, that it's not like embarrassing or weird or anything. Like it's literally asking, I'm doing this. I'm looking to add people to my group. Have you seen my health journey? I would love to talk to you more about this. So I'm going to leave it at that because I want to keep this as simple as possible. Y'all, please check out the website because I'm just making sure that everything is super consistent with it all. But like, does anyone have any questions about that? And who all is on board with this? Because I'm just curious.
Okay. Absolutely. Yes. And it's so simple because the
the
verbiage is in the s'more. So it's right there.
And I mean, and just to clarify, like, I mean, not that the other things aren't going to happen, like the messenger, you know, party groups, the, you know, Facebook party group, like that's how you get your 8 people. Like that's how, you know, I had made sure that like in the website, like, you know, we've said this since I've been in the business 17 years ago. In fact, I'm going to share the screen. Lord help me if my Wi-Fi doesn't allow me to. Y'all, we had so many people. My kids have so many friends here and they all had, this is their break. So we're on their, like, I guess their winter break. And they all had papers due last night. And we were all like trying to find a spot to like, so their papers would go through to their teachers. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see if someone with better Wi-Fi may be able to do this. Am I sharing the screen so far? Like y'all see like my screen? Or am I frozen? Do y'all see me? Or do y'all hear me?
Yes, yes, we
Yeah?
see you,
Okay.
and yes.
Okay. Okay, so if you see this right here, getting into activity, I just want to clarify something, just because our business is so simple, y'all. Right here, I mean, again, this has been constant since I first came into this business. The goal of our business is simple. We create and grow massive networks of consumers. Okay, you could easily grow a small network by yourself, which would be direct sales. That would be like a fizz. So you can grow a customer base by yourself, no problem. But nothing compares to what you can grow with a team. In order to do this, 3 things must happen. You have to find people to talk to, which is prospecting. You have to talk to the people you find, of course, which is presenting. And then you have to teach your team to do the same, which is duplicating. So we have a simple system for success. We share product and business with 40 people each month. So that covers the prospecting and presenting. Does that make sense? Like we share product and business. So we find these people to talk to, then we talk to the people we find. But we can easily duplicate this when we focus on one product that can benefit everyone, which in our case, we're choosing the Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living program. Then we coach, serve, and then we pull them through this funnel. That makes sense? I'm just gonna imagine that y'all are saying amen.
Amen.
Okay, so
Amen.
that is all we're doing, is that we're literally, so that doesn't mean that the other things that we have on there, the Facebook parties, all that, that's going to be great for finding more people like down the road and like making it fun for like someone who's done a 30-day, well, hey, I'd love to have a Facebook party. But right now I'm telling everyone, I'm asking everyone, be super focused, like put your blinders on. If you're seeing other people doing stuff on Instagram, great. Don't let that sway you. Don't be like, well, this other team's doing this. Great. We're not. We're doing this because we have to keep it so simple that every day when you wake up and you go to your Arbonne office, you need to know, oh, I left off on C's yesterday. Okay, I'm going to keep reaching out. And again, realize this, that you're not going to get, like, the odds are working against you. This is a numbers game. So like, you know, when people will say, you know, oh, I reached out, but no one's responding. Duh. I know. That's why we keep reaching out. You know, the same thing. It's not like I'm saying something magical and they're responding too. It's just that we just have to keep going until. So we keep going until we have those 8 booked for this month. Does that make sense? So some of us might go through until the D's and we might have our 8 and then we pick back up, you know, like obviously you want to keep going so you have more in the hopper for later, but like some might have to go all the way through the Z's before they find them. But like we just keep going until, and then what we're going to be training on is like literally like every aspect of this is going through this system. Because if we're doing this correctly, like you won't have to really be like asking people so much anymore. Like you're literally there, you're going to have these people that are so like fired up about the 30-day and the products. And then we're going to do things like having, you know, like the More Than Protein and Fizz, that's going to convert them into being a brand, you know, like using Arbonne instead of what they're already using for like shampoo, for body wash, for toothpaste and all that stuff. So with that said, we've got like 15 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions about that? Or does anything seem confusing about that? Everyone's good.
So I'm going through the s'more, just like eyeballing it, you know, I watched that video before. Just wanted to clarify, like the groups that we're currently doing, that's like group 1 of the month and group 2 of the month, those are going to still be the like 30-day groups that we're doing. Those will be the same.
100%.
The More Than Protein will be like a separate thing that we're doing that those people can join, or will we do the More Than Protein calls in those groups?
It won't be in the group. It'll be a Zoom call and we're going to advertise them in the group. So like
Gotcha.
if we have people, so like we're always going to have those 3 groups. So here's the thing. The good news is Polly and I have already done the legwork on all this. Like we are so ready to go on like the Facebook groups, we're so ready to go on coaching people through the 30-day. Now we can't be responsible for that personal touch. Only you can be like sending them texts, you know, like checking in with them, doing like an unboxing call, like all of that sort of thing. And I encourage everyone to watch that Whitney call like 3 times. Like I always watch something 3 times because like the first time I kind of like soak it all in. And I know we heard it in Tampa, but you know, there's some like nuts and bolts that are pretty great. And then the second time I'm just kind of being like, okay, yeah, I want to use that. And then the third time it like really like seals the deal. So like listen to that 3 times, you know, and like decide like, okay, yeah, I want to do that. Because I mean, the thing is most of us are doing a lot of these things. We're just not all doing them and all doing them at the same time, you know? And so what happens is if you scatter the Where's the Whitney call, we'll post that. It's in the s'more. So that's on boards. Polly, where is it on boards right now?
Okay, so if you look at your phone, because I know Polly's on her phone, so I'm in the Success and Simplicity Nations board. And then right here, there's all of our fun things. Whitney Hayes has a little castle emoji near hers.
Yeah.
And then you just,
All I did for now, you guys, thank you, Lauren, Rose. All I did was just put just the s'more. I didn't break it down or anything, just to keep it super simple for right now. But I popped it in there.
And it's
and
on
yes,
our website. Like all of that stuff is on our website. Like if you go to getting
Hang
into
on, babe.
activity. So you can see it all on our website too. That s'more is there too. Like it'll say like under duplication.
You also
So
sent me,
what's that?
I'm sorry. You also sent me today the text. That's the text that actually you sent me on Friday. I have been, doing with my new reach outs. And I started doing
And
actually
how's that big-
this since Friday because Facebook is not working for me anymore, nor Instagram. So, and I decided, without you start telling me that, I said, I want to reach out my content on my phone because I have been being lucky with Facebook or Instagram. Like I have been
And here's
reaching
the
out a
thing.
lot, but nobody answers.
It's not that like Facebook or Instagram isn't working, because it's the same thing. You're just reaching out to people. You just haven't reached out to enough. And it might feel like, oh, I reached out to 10 people today, but it's just not enough to get it going. Like you have to reach out to so many people to create that spark. And then when you get people who are doing the program, I mean, like, honestly, y'all, like my car guy, the Mercedes guy, he like was so hard for me to get in touch with when I was buying a car. Like I was his customer. He is now calling me all the time, like about like question about the protein, or like, oh, I have this person who's interested, or this is so amazing, like, or just to chat about how good he feels. Like it's so funny to me, but like that's the thing, is that we're looking for those people. And so those people are going to turn you on. Like he's organizing at his work. I'm doing a lunch and learn in there. So like I'm doing that. I'm gonna get in front of all of his coworkers, I mean, that's huge. He's already referred me several people. That's huge, so it's like, we're just looking for that. And depending on where you are in your business, it might take reaching out to 50 people before you get like a few, and so that's what I want to, that's kind of when I want to like dispel like that thing of the 5 and works for me for my day in, day out. But because I've been consistent with that 7 days a week for at least a year and a half. So it's like that compounds over time. But if I don't know, it says my internet connection is unstable. But if you're trying to like really like level up and create that spark and that momentum, like think about it when you're rubbing sticks together to make a spark, like how much energy you have to create to make that spark happen. And then when the spark happens, it ignites a fire. And it's pretty much good on its own. Does that make sense? But like right now we're rubbing sticks together, like to create that spark. And so that means like reaching out to like as many people as we can, because like, I always like to think of that example that like says, like, if I told you that there was $1 million under a rock, and there's like 100 rocks in your backyard, and there's 100 rocks, and she still didn't see the $1 million. But if I said no, would she stop at 70 or 80, or would she go all the way to 100 because I told her that there was $1 million under one of those rocks? And that's the same thing too. Oh, y'all are losing me.
we got you now.
Okay. Well, did you get the gist of that? The $1 billion in the rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and I'll just
I'm
tell you
telling
that I've done, I don't know if I'm okay, but I did this for the like last 3 days, not today, but before that. And it was probably 50 people, and I have 2. So just FYI, it does take numbers.
Yeah. But I think that like like, I know that the ones who are on that level up text, you know, like, this is what you're wanting to do. Like, I mean, you know, like, again, you can do the same day in, day out and get the same results, or you can decide, no, I want different
Mhm.
results, so I'm going to turn it up. And again,
Uh-oh. I think we lost. Can you guys hear? No. She'll be back. Hello?
We lost her, I think.
We lost her. Let's see if she pops back in.
Anybody have elevator music we can play while we're waiting?
Well, I think we're getting the message for sure. What do you guys think?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Do
Who's
it.
in?
I'm
Let's
in.
do it, you guys. Let's do this. I mean, like I said, if Whitney can go, I mean, if y'all didn't hear Whitney, but she was doing half $20,000 back in August last year. And in 22 weeks, she started doing this, but she did go at it hard. And in 22 weeks, she was a nation, and that's 160,000 minimum. So it just compounded. Like, she got 5 her first month, and then 15, and then it just kind of like compounded. So yeah, it definitely works. But I think what Andrea is trying to say at the end is just that, you know, if you really want to level up, and y'all, if we all do this together, I mean, oh my gosh, the energy that it's going to create. So if you really want it, do more. Like, that's what we do. We just do more. And I think we can all do that. So I think let me see. I'm trying to see what time it is, y'all. I'm like, let's see. Oh, 7:57. So does anybody have questions? We can just go ahead and just get started. Hop up and
Hey,
go.
Polly, first
Yes,
of all,
yes.
everybody welcome Sarah. She's on the call, and this is
Welcome,
her
Sarah.
started. Would you recommend for somebody like just brand spanking new, like we haven't even gotten through like the training yet,
Yes.
to jump in with this 30-day reach out?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
because if you look at that s'more, when you get a chance to look through that s'more, Lauren Robinson, you'll see that this is how she starts people. And then she does say to create your own story around the 30-day. Like, so, you know, definitely you'd want to be doing the 30-day, but she said, even if you're 3 days in or 5 days in, you can still create a story about how you're already feeling better. So, yes, definitely. And it's just so simple. I mean, honestly, you guys, I did when I was sending it out the last few days. I mean, I was conscious of who I was sending it to. So there were some people where I wasn't like, and also hers was done right after Christmas. So you'll notice the verbiage, you'll need to tweak that a little bit. But I mean, it's easy. You'll just make it sound a little more current. I just said, you know, I don't know what I said. I can send y'all what I said, but it was no big deal. But then a few people I had to say, hey, I know you've been watching my health journey over the past, 15 years, instead of hers, which said, I don't know if you've been watching my health journey. So it's just little tweaks like that. So, all right, y'all.
I can't believe I have that
Yeah.
many people in my
Well,
phone.
I'm back, but I'm going to go ahead and
Oh,
just
good.
like
Okay,
let us know that are we good?
Yeah, we're good. We all just kind of had a couple of questions and talked through it, and I think everybody's in.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, again, it's the simplest way to like that everyone could be doing the same thing and like get massive results. And I mean, again, like if y'all want to be walking that stage at GTC in July, like this is all you have to do. And if you want to earn that trip, like just narrow your focus and like just make this be the thing, and don't get sidetracked by anything else, because again, we're all busy with life, like we don't have time to overthink this. Like just do the do and that be it. And don't attach yourself to the outcome, just attach yourself to the activity of going through that list, because no matter how many contacts you have, you'll at least find 8 people, I guarantee you, in your entire phone list. And it might be your plumber and your air conditioning guy, but that's okay.
That's right.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night.
All right.
Sorry that
All
I
right.
keep breaking up.
Thank you.
That's okay. I'll get the recording up. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah. Welcome to
Bye.
the team.
Yes, welcome, Sarah. Bye, you guys.